How can I stand with murderers that are wiping away community? Right now on the plateau, there are over 60 communities that have been wiped out. And
let me tell you the statistics of insecurity since this year. More than 1,000 persons have been killed from January. In Kaduna State alone, from February 10, more than 270 persons have been killed. About 137 terrorist attacks have taken place in 34 states. 34 states out of 36 within 4 weeks. This government is a joke. The primary duty of government is the security and welfare of the people. And any government that fails in that has failed in all. Because you need to be alive before you enjoy fundamental human rights. You need to be alive before you enjoy infrastructure. And you know what? This government has been the most borrowed government in the history of Nigeria. What are they doing with the money? If they cannot do the primary responsibility, buying presidential yacht, spending 21 billion naira to build vice president's office, buying presidential jet, their children going on army of escorts, army that Wole Soyinka said it was not sitting to him. Wole Soyinka described the escort of Tinubu's children as being enough to stop queue in a foreign land, and people are being massacred. And this same president says he is withdrawing security operatives from VIPs, but yet multiplied the ones for himself and his household. So I am sorry, I can't give you any hope, because this is a government of hopelessness. Everybody should be careful, because we've had enough. No amount of help can help Tinubu as commander-in-chief.
You think so?
Yes, no amount of help. Americans came in. He pointed to the Americans where they will bomb, just to assuage the feeling of American president. How do you help a president who, when there is massacre in his own country, he is abroad riding and treading on red carpet?
Horse-drawn carriages.
How do you help such a president? No, he's unhelpable. The only thing you do to such a person is to remove him through democratic means. Remove him completely. No, how do you help a president? Donald Trump, for instance, canceled his trip to China. Donald Trump, when they killed American servicemen, the first 6 that came home, he went to take salute to receive them. Tinubu, people are dying in 50s, in hundreds every day, but he is busy riding on red carpet in UK, and he will soon fly out again. He's the most traveled president. As at the last count, he has spent almost 40 billion naira on visits abroad. And after, when he goes abroad, he will bring more gbese on us in the name of business agreements. You heard when he went to London, he came back with 756 billion pounds gbese, million pounds gbese on Nigerians, because the British will come to build a built seaport. Why don't you go to the east to build new ones? They are coming to repair, and you still pay them that money, and you still say you're owing them. I don't understand. How did we get here? Nigerians should know that we are in a deep mess under Tinubu. Now we are gradually going to become one of the most indebted nations. We are the 4th most terrorized nation on earth. Only equated to what war-torn people are suffering. And yet, you can't help a man that is incapable of helping himself. You help a man who is willing and needs a push. This president is unwilling because he likes the status quo to use it to intimidate and manipulate the opponent. So, how can you help him? Tinubu is unhelpable. So the best thing is let him go.
Like you said, through democratic means.
Of course, yes. Absolutely. Of course. That is why he's even trying to make it impossible to go through democratic means. Can't you see what is happening? PDP, a once ruling party, is singing on your mandate will stand. So even using democratic means, APC is still fighting against it. Can't you see the Electoral Act? Mike Igeni says it's the worst electoral act in history. Electoral Act 2026, where you're now telling political parties the mode that they must use, you're compelling them, where you're giving them less than 1 month to submit digital register, and the particulars of the people that will be used in the digital register was given 1 month notice. Internationally recognized standard is at least 6 months. Have you seen in any part of the world that they made a law and within 72 hours they used it to conduct election? That was what did with the FCT elections. So they're even trying to ensure that you don't use democratic means to remove them in power. And I warn them, because those that make peaceful change impossible makes violent change inevitable. So if you make it impossible for Nigerians to speak democratically, then you're making it inevitable for them to speak undemocratically. You know what they said? A philosopher said, if elites do not write justice on black and white, ignorant men will write it on the ground with. We have to be very careful. I'm a Democrat through, because I'm a lawyer, because I know that anarchy brings no good for any country, but it is anarchous in itself for a government to be lawless. And they say birds of the same feather fly together. A government that is anarchous, good, becomes compatible to a failed state that will be anarchous, because you now need to be a man of anarchy to be able to confront a government of anarchy.
That's scary. I hope we never.
Very scary.
I hope we never get to that.
But
point.
you just asked me, at what point would this president admit that he has failed?
Absolutely.
That is it. He has failed, and if he does not want to be removed democratically after having failed, people already know they will die if they are under him. So they will not have any fear to confront him by any means. People are dying every day. It's not written on the mountains. Our soldiers are dying every day. Our officers in the army are dying every day.
Soldiers, officers. You know, high-level officers.
Generals are being massacred.
Absolutely.
And their corpses being made mockery of. And why those things are going on? He's riding on red carpet. So if you don't allow people to democratically remove you when you know you have failed, then what other choice are you giving them?